I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm over here at Cape Cod Community College in the Tilden Arts Center, sitting here with beautiful and lovely Vana Troudeau. Good afternoon.
Thanks.
And I love our fireplace chat today.
Isn't it wonderful?
Such a nice treat.
We just need some hot chocolate.
Yes,
yeah.
that would be it. And a few snowflakes, maybe. The fake snow coming down.
I'll take the fake ones, definitely.
So Vana, we are here on stage for several reasons. You are the theater coordinator. You also teach here at the college. And I want to talk to you today about some of the programs, both for the students and some very exciting festival that is coming here shortly. So first, let's begin for our viewers. Let's talk a little bit about you and your background and how you came to this place.
Well, it goes way, 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 way back. I was actually a student here in the early 90s. I'm a graduate of 4Cs. I went on to finish my undergraduate and graduate work in the Boston area, and was really thrilled when, after several years of working in business and some other projects, I was approached by Brian Rice, the technical director here, who I've known for 25 years, to come in and teach a class. And it was a real thrill for me because it's always been a dream of mine to give back to the program that helped build my foundation, and it's wonderful to see the enthusiasm of the students that we have here and know that the same program I experienced is still alive and really wonderful today.
It is. So let's talk a little bit about the program and the types of classes that are offered here and the program itself and some of the productions that you do.
Sure. We have a pretty pretty comprehensive set of foundation classes for students in the arts. So we teach basic acting, fundamentals. We have a great course called Rehearsal and Performance, which focuses on the whole process of theater, from choosing a show to producing it, getting the marketing out into the public, the rehearsal process over the course of the semester, and then of course putting it on for the public. What we hope is to not only teach students who already love theater about the process, but perhaps some of those who might not ever have imagined themselves on stage, showing them some of the wonderful opportunities that there are behind the scenes and out in front of the house as well. We have offered classes in acting on camera. We also have a course called Stagecraft, where we focus on theater technologies, so building sets and painting sets and designing the lighting for productions. And we're also looking at developing some new courses so that we can really reach out to people, again, that haven't ever found opportunities for themselves, trying to reach them going forward.
We talked a little bit before off camera about the productions themselves and the variety of shows and the more classic versus the more commercial.
Each semester we try to switch it up a little bit. For instance, this past semester we just finished a run of Why Torture is Wrong and the People Who Love Them by great satirist Christopher Durang, and that was produced downstairs in our studio theater. And last spring, we produced the Rocky Horror Show up here on the main stage, which was a great, fun exploration of that very popular musical. And next semester, we're going to return to the musical format and a classic at the same time. We're going to embark on a really ambitious project to produce Kiss Me Kate, Cole Porter's very well-loved musical, and Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew simultaneously.
Right.
So that's an ambitious project for the students.
I will say so. And both the students participate in both plays.
They will. It'll be the same cast with maybe a couple of exceptions. And it will challenge students to experience what it's like to do two shows in a repertory format. So they'll have to learn both the choreography and the songs for Kiss Me Kate and the complete show of Taming of the Shrew. So it'll be a nice challenge for them.
It will be. I know how theater is so important to you and the benefits you talk about, how it's laid that foundation for you. Do you see that in these students that are coming in today? Are they getting the same experience, or are they just looking to say, oh, I think this is what I will, you know, perhaps something that they haven't experienced before, that real desire?
Well, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people to explore their limits and challenge themselves in completely new ways that they will not experience in a traditional academic class. This is real experiential learning. So they might come in and learn what it's like to put in a 12-hour day working on 2 shows. It's something that is not teachable out of a textbook. They really have to do it. And I think that's what's unique, and students aren't often taught in an experiential way in their high schools, coming into the college, and, you know, for whatever reasons, in other disciplines. So it's unique, and I think it feeds well into their other courses of study. It teaches time management. It teaches confidence in public speaking. There are some wide-reaching benefits of the arts, and I know we've talked a little bit about this. Really, we're teaching them how to be good citizens, really good humans, and appreciate the teamwork that it takes to put on a production, and the collaboration that's involved as well.
Absolutely, and the friendships for a lifetime from that, and some of those life skills.
Absolutely. I mentioned I've known Brian for 25 years. He and my husband, who's oftentimes a scenic designer for some of our projects here, also were students here at Four Seas in the theater program going back into the 80s. And they still talk about some of the productions that they worked on, and those friendships really do go on, and, you know, sometimes more than friendships.
That's right. That's right. And let's talk about, now we're in the month of January here, and at the end of this month we have something that is just, I don't know if people realize how big a deal this is, that the Kennedy Center Festival, I'm not calling it right, it's not really a festival per se. I'll have you...
It is. I mean, the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival, Region 1, we are the host school for the Region 1 Festival. It's one of 8 festivals that are held across the nation in the month of January during usually the first week of classes for the host college. And this is super exciting because the Kennedy Center is an organization that is world-renowned for supporting arts and arts education. And the fact that Cape Cod and Cape Cod Community College has been chosen to host this is a real indication that our region is being recognized for the strong arts and culture community that we have. It's not just the college that's hosting. We're also enjoying the use of the Cape Cod Resort and Conference Center and some of the other conference centers here. And we're really pulling in resources from the larger theater community to help contribute to that. We have presenters from all across the Cape, people that have been working in theater for years. And we will be hosting thousands of college students from the region, this is New England and Eastern New York, to come for a week-long festival. It's a celebration of their theater, of our theater, and of the future of theater, and it's super exciting. Performances will be loading into this space, into the space downstairs, to be shared with their peers. Richard Maltby, who is a award-winning musical theater director, will be speaking during the festival. It's just an amazing celebration of the art, and something that we hope will energize the community in the month of January when we're all huddled up beside our fireplaces and launch the spring semester.
Absolutely, and really showcase the programs that are here, and as you say, the arts and culture in the region as well. And you mentioned downstairs as well. I just wanted, before we wrap up, you have, there is a smaller theater downstairs that, let's talk very quickly about the Play with Your Food series, because first of all, during this week in January, the public is invited to come to attend the workshops and performances as well, and you run a program that the public isn't, certainly all the shows on this stage, but downstairs as well.
Absolutely. The studio theater downstairs is a classic black box theater, which is a wonderful, versatile performance space that allows us to produce more intimate events, and we do enjoy that closeness to the audience in that space. And Play with Your Food is a nice use of that space. It is a series of staged readings, so these aren't fully produced works, but new works by local playwrights in particular that are presented to the audience for feedback. Playwrights often need to hear their work out loud, and this allows our actors, both student actors and community actors, to get involved, to bring these works to light and get the audience's input into storylines, character development, setting, time, dialogue, all of those critical elements, and let the playwright take those comments and feedback and go back to the table. one shining example before we wrap up. A student playwright here by the name of Nick Lizotte had one of his plays workshopped in the spring of 2012, earlier this year, and it was a one act. And the audience said, well, you know, we'd really like to know what happened before the curtain comes up. He spent the summer writing that first act to his play. We then workshopped it in the fall as a full-length play, and the audience feedback was just phenomenal. It was a wonderful work, and we're actually working with him to pursue possibly producing that here downstairs as a fully produced play.
That's spectacular. What a great story.
Yeah,
and he must be thrilled with that. So we'll look for that in 2013. Maybe we'll get to promote that as well.
Great.
Well, Vana, thank you so much for your time. If our viewers are interested, they can, about any of the classes or the festival itself, they can come right onto the Cape Cod Community College website.
Yes.
And which is?
www.capecod.edu.
That's right. And they can also find links directly to you as well. So I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you all an artful day.